Hi, everyone. First Chapter Fridays continues today with Pride by Ibi Zoboi. This novel is the fourth of 11 books that are going to be featured the rest of the school year at Westerville South High School and Jackson High School. The schools are joining forces this year to promote literacy by reading one chapter every Friday via YouTube Live. The goal is to expose and hopefully hook high school students with some high interest reads. So, 2 diverse cities, 3 months, 2 schools, 11 diverse books. All right, let's get started. Chapter 1. It's a truth universally acknowledged that when rich people move into the hood, where it's a little bit broken and a little bit forgotten, the first thing they want to do is clean it up. But it's not just the junky stuff they'll get rid of. People can be thrown away too, like last night's trash left out on the sidewalks or pushed to the edge of wherever all broken things go. What those rich people don't always know is that broken and forgotten neighborhoods were first built out of love. The new owners are moving into the mini mansion across the street today. For the first few months, construction crews have been giving that abandoned house an extreme makeover, Bushwick edition. They gutted and renovated the best thing on our block, that rundown, weed-infested, boarded-up house. Now it looks like something that belongs in the suburbs, with its wide double doors, sparkling windows, and teeny manicured lawn. I pull back the curtains to greet my little corner of Bushwick and Jefferson Avenues, my very own way of stretching out my arms and yawning at the morning sun. This is where I see words swim in and around my neighborhood like dust from overhead train tracks. It's all poetry. So I pull those words together and try to make sense of it all. My hood, my Brooklyn, my life, my world, and me in it. Everything is how it's supposed to be, except for that mini mansion that's like a newly polished pair of Jordans thrown in with a bunch of well-worn knockoffs. Still, I remind myself that today is special, and I won't let those new neighbors moving in mess that up. My big sister Janae is coming home from her first year of college after finishing up a school internship, and she'll be spending the rest of her summer break with me. Mama's got a welcome back dinner all planned out. I fluff up my thick, kinky fro and throw on an old pair of jean shorts. They're hand-me-downs from Janae, and they're even tighter than they were last summer. Mama has joked that my curves have finally kicked in at 17. Not that I was waiting for them. The Haitian Dominican Benitez sisters already get enough attention on the street and at school as it is. I slept late, but I can hear my younger sisters, Marisol, Layla, and Kayla, joking and laughing in the kitchen as they help Mama with the welcome back dinner. Peeling batatas, seasoning the chicken, boiling the habichuelas, and soaking the salted dry fish for bacalao. Poppy must be sleeping in because he worked overtime last night, and I know he wants to avoid all that noise. I get it, though. Sometimes I would rather hear the sound of roaring buses, zooming cars, and blaring music over my sister's constant cackling, and Mama's too. She's the loudest of them all, and she can be more embarrassing. Me, Poppy, and Janae are the quiet ones in the family. All three of us would rather fold into each other on the couch, reading a book or watching a documentary, than gossip with Mama. I'm about to head into the kitchen when I see it. Across the street, a blacked-out SUV pulls up in front of the new mini mansion. They're here. We all took bets on what these fools were going to look like. Black and rich or white and rich. One thing's for sure, they had to be rich to move into that house. The passenger side door opens, and never one to lose the bet, I yell at the top of my lungs, "The rich people are here!" In no time, Marisol, who's 2 years younger, is standing right beside me. Not because she's the fastest, but because she has the most to lose with this bet. Me and my money-hungry sister, aka Money Love Mari, bet a whole $20 that it's a young white family moving in, because that's been happening all over Bushwick. "Come on, white boy, come on," Marisol says while clapping and pushing up her thick glasses. "Let's make this money." But a black woman gets out from the passenger side just as Layla walks in and shouts, "Yes, we want our money." She and her twin Kayla bet that it would be a rapper or a basketball player and his supermodel wife, or we'd all be famous by association just because we live on the same block. But then the driver hops out along with 2 passengers, and we can't believe our eyes. Stepping out of the back of the car are two of the finest boys we've ever seen. Teenage boys. Marisol and I have definitely lost the bet, but no one cares. The entire family gathers on the sidewalk and looks as if they've stepped into a different country. And as I watch them, I realize there's a difference between expensive looking clothes and actually being expensive. The woman is wearing all white as if she's going to a fancy boat party and uses her sunglasses to push back her long, shiny hair. The man has on a sky blue button down shirt with rolled up sleeves, and he keeps his sunglasses on. And then there are the two boys. Oh my God. Layla is the first to say anything, as usual. Who are they? Rappers and ballers. Give us our money, Marisol, Kayla says. No, they're not. Those boys look like they're from One Direction or something, Layla says. Look at how they're dressed. I know a baller when I see one, and no rapper will be wearing them kind of shoes. They're more like Wrong Direction. They don't look like they belong here, I say. But they're cute. Are they our age? Let's go say hi. Kayla grabs her twin's hand and rushes out of the bedroom. The twins just graduated from middle school, and ever since they turned 13, it's been all about teen everything. Clothes, music, and teenage boys. They have way more swag than me, Marisol and Janae put together with their matching outfits and hairstyles. I rush to follow my sisters, but Mama steps out of the kitchen and stops me in my tracks by holding a wooden spoon out in front of me. Hey, no you don't, she says with a hand on her hip. Then she turns towards the door. Kayla, Layla, get back in here. The twins stomp back into the living room. But Mama, Marisol says, the new neighbors are here, and they're black. Mama brings down the wooden spoon and raises her eyebrows. Her hair is tucked beneath a colorful satin scarf, and her wide gold hoop earrings almost touch her shoulders. She's rocking her signature Brooklyn Loves Haiti t-shirt and pink velour sweatpants, even though it'll be hot as hell in that kitchen. A smidgen of bright red lipstick only covers her bottom lip, and the blush on her deep brown cheeks shows she's making an effort for Poppy. I know exactly what she's about to say, so I count down in my head. 5, 4, 3. Zuri, you should have been at the laundromat by now. All the dryers will be full. Marisol, you sorted the darks already. Layla and Kayla, strip your beds and strip ours too, if your father is up. Zuri, sweep the front stoop and the staircase when you get back. I want it all perfect for Janae, Mama says in almost one breath. Then she walks right past us and into our bedroom to look out the window. When Mama kept having baby girls back to back, our parents decided to turn the big living room into a bedroom for all 5 of us. Mommy and Poppy sleep in the bedroom in the back near the kitchen and the bathroom, and what was supposed to be a dining room is where we all gathered on the couch to eat and watch TV. In less than a minute, Mama returns from our bedroom wearing a big, bright smile. On second thought, I think y'all should go say hi to our new neighbors and sweep the front stoop while you're at it. I let my sisters rush out ahead of me just as Poppy shuffles out of the back bedroom. Janae's home, he said while scratching his pot belly. His thick, curly fro is smashed on one side and one eye is bloodshot. He didn't get a hospital cafeteria again. Mama shakes her head. No, but you can go introduce yourself to those nice folks across the street. He waves his hand. I already did. They came to check out the house last week. Poppy, why didn't you tell us, I say? What's to tell? He plops down in his usual spot on the recliner chair and grabs an old Howard Zen book that he's read 100 times. Poppy reads as if the world is running out of books. Sometimes he's more interested in stories and history than people. Zuri? You coming? Kayla yells from downstairs. The whole block is used to our loud mouths by now, but I wonder what the new neighbors will think when we yell each other's names out from windows, down the block, and even from the corner bodega. Outside, Marisol and Layla are already across the street talking with the two boys. Their parents must have gone inside. Kayla grabs my arm, and before I know it, I'm headed across the street too. My little sister is holding my hand like I'm some kid, but by the time we step onto the curb, I pull away from her and cross my arms. Both of the boys look at eyebrows and cheekbones of models. One of them is a little taller and slimmer than the other, but they definitely look alike. They have to be brothers. The shorter one has a head full of thick hair, and even though he's shorter than his brother, he still towers over my sisters and me. The tall, slim one has a close-cropped fade and a hard jawline that moves from side to side as if he's gnashing his teeth. I try hard not to stare, but it doesn't really matter. My sisters are already holding it down in the thirst department. And this is Zizi, aka Zuri Luz Benitez. Layla pronounces my whole name while pointing at me. Hi, it's just Zuri, I say, holding out my hand to the taller boy with the fade. My friends call me Zizi. Darius. He takes my hand, but only grabs the tips of my fingers and shakes them softly. I quickly pull away, but he keeps staring down at me from under his thick eyelashes. What? I say. Nothing. This boy named Darius says as he rubs his chin and fidgets with his collar. He's still looking at me. So I roll my eyes at him, but I can still feel him staring even as I turn my whole body away from him and face his brother. I'm Ainsley, the other boy says, giving me a firm shake. We, just moved in, obviously. Nice to meet you, I reply, using the good manners that Mama has drilled into us. Totally. I can't wait to explore Bushwick. Your sister has been telling us all about it, Ainsley says. He's smiling way too hard. It's the kind of smile that'll get him punched in the face if he bumps into the wrong guys from the way around the way. But still, he's nice, like a happy puppy in a handmade sweater that the white people in our hood like to walk around. While Darius seems more like a cranky bodega cat. And please ignore my baby brother. He's just grumpy that we had to leave Manhattan. Dude, hey, I'm not grumpy. It's just an adjustment, Darius says, crossing his arms. What a hard adjustment for you, I say, my curiosity about these boys turning off like a switch. I don't appreciate anyone throwing shade at my neighborhood, especially from people who say words like totally and dude. I give Darius my mean Bushwick mug, but it doesn't seem to register. He just stands there with his upper lip curled as if he's smelling his own stank attitude. We've been living here our whole lives, so you can ask me anything, Layla continues. I can show you where the basketball courts are and introduce you to some of the brothers on the block. You gotta meet Colin. He cool. But Marisol knows where you can get the best prices for bread and milk. Don't go to Hernando's bodega, though. He jacked up the prices ever since he put up that organic sign. I'm about to stop Layla from embarrassing herself further when Marisol initiate one of her business transactions. I'm Marisol, but you can call me Money Love Mari for reasons you'll soon understand. Can I interest you in any financial advisory services? It doesn't look like y'all need any, but things are a little different out here. You might want to learn how to stretch $1 million in the hood. I charge by the hour, small bills, please, she says, revealing her signature braces and pushing up her glasses. Stretch $1 million in the hood? Okay, Ainsley laughs. Money Love Mari, I like that. Marisol smiles, looks down, and hugs herself. She didn't see that coming. A compliment followed by a dimpled, bright smile. She can't even look him in the eye after that. Y'all need to come over here and help me, someone yells from across the street. A yellow cab eases up to our building, and I see Janae poke her head out the back window. I start to run to her across the street, but a bike bell makes my heart leap out of my chest. I freeze as the bike screeches toward me, and I didn't even react when one of the boys pulls me out of the way. The bike races past me with the rider holding up his middle finger as if I almost totaled his hipster bike with my 5'4" frame. I knew these new bike lanes were trouble. No one watches where they're going anymore. I catch my breath and realize that it's Darius who has a firm grip on my arm as my sisters surround me. The shock wears off, but he's still squeezing my arm a little too tight. You can let go now, I say. Right, Darius releases his hand. You're welcome, by the way. Oh, thank you, I mumble, trying to be polite. He steps away from me, and his face is a little more relaxed now, but I can still smell his stank attitude. Thanks, but no thanks, I say in my head. Janae jumps out of the cab, looks both ways on the busy avenue, and rushes over to me. Zuri, she says as she wraps me in a hug. I know you missed me, but don't go jumping in front of traffic for me. Missed you too, Nene, I say, and give her a squeeze. We both rock from side to side before we let go, but Ainsley has already stolen Janae's attention. Her eyes are glued on him, and I know that in less than a second, she's taken in his whole swag. Haircut, face, body, clothes, smile, and even his teeth. I don't blame her. And you are? Janae asked, grinning from ear to ear. Ainsley, he says, only smiling back at her. Ainsley Darcy, we just moved in, and this is my younger brother Darius. Oh, hey, Janae says with her usual sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns. Then there's a long second of awkward silence, except for the usual Bushwick noise. I can tell that Janae is looking for something interesting to say, as if she didn't just come down from upstate after meeting new people, having new experiences, and learning new things. My big sister is not good at this whole game, even though she spent a year away at college. Ainsley grabs her hands and says, That's our big sister, Janae Lise Benitez, Layla says. She goes to Syracuse. Syracuse, Ainsley says. I go to upstate too, Cornell. That's nice, Janae responds, trying really hard to look cool while the twins start giggling. I'd be lying if I said Janae wasn't like a second mother to us, especially after Mama had the twins and she was busy doing any and everything for them. Nene never tried to take our mother's place, though. She was simply our big sister, 2 years older than me, 6 years older than the twins. She did our hair, helped pick out our outfits, gave us advice, but still let us make decisions for ourselves. She was the sticky sweetness that held us all together. My sisters bawled their eyes out the day she left for college. I took a long walk from here to the Brooklyn Bridge because that's how I deal with stuff. Now she's home for the summer, and we are back to being the fierce and fabulous five Benitez sisters, according to the twins. Or the all about the Benjamins Benitez sisters, according to Money Love Mari. Or the five heartbeats, according to Janae, because she says we are her heart. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch Darius shaking his head as if this whole scene is nonsense. I turn to him and shake my head too, letting him know that we are on the same page, that everybody except him and me is being ridiculous. But he doesn't return the gesture. He looks away. Whatever. The cab driver honks at us, still waiting for his fare. Oh shoot, I gotta pay for that, Janae says and starts back across the street. My sisters and I follow her. Bye, Ainsley. Bye, Darius, Layla calls out behind us. Bye, Janae, Ainsley says, and Janae reaches for my hand and squeezes it, as if to say she can't believe any of this, that those boys look good and that they're going to be living across the street, and the one named Ainsley was seriously checking for her. It's not until I reach our stoop that I look back to see if Darius smiled or waved or watched me across the street, or if he stayed as stiff and cold as a tree in winter. But he already has gone inside the house. All right, again, this is Pride by Ibi Zoboi, so check it out.